And we're back with episode 3, season 2, the Saving Parshow. I am joined by Andrew Turner, Matthew Thorman, who's regripping a golf club while we're
you just can't ever stay away from doing anything
while we're doing this. So I mean, if you hear that in the background, you know exactly it's not even the right grip. Well, I mean, can you not get the right grip? I mean, Amazon has same day delivery.
No, I have to go. I have to buy some more.
Well, anyway.
So, Jumbo Max, if you're listening, send me some grips.
I can almost guarantee you Jumbo Max is not listening, but there's potential that they could if we just send it to them or send them a link. So, anyway, we are back. It's been a little while. Schedules are still crazy. We're getting things ironed out. So, we're going to open up with what's been up. So, guys, what's been up? What are we doing? What have we been doing?
Just league night at Tom's. That's all I've been doing.
That's all you've been doing? You didn't play this weekend?
No, we went to the golf ranch on Friday night, hit a large bucket of balls out there, went to the golf show Saturday, and then Sunday I was dealing with vertigo, so I just wasn't even got temperature.
You're dealing with vertigo. When did you start getting vertigo?
It's been happening quite recently.
Really?
Well, within the last what happened a little bit last year, off and on this year, just we're good today, but yesterday it was just
it just kicks in randomly kind of thing.
Yeah,
man, you go get your head scanned, get that taken care of.
There's nothing in the head, anyways.
I know you don't have the required equipment.
I don't,
but no. Actually, speaking of, what's that?
Thought that was me.
That's all.
Didn't have that.
Sure, that's all of us.
Yeah. That's when one of my buddies was actually like, so when you go to get your when you're like annual physical, do you ever get like a CT scan? I go, well, considering it's not included in that said physical, no, I don't get a CT scan.
That's a lot of money.
I think that's one of those things that's like it's only when it's required, or I don't have the required equipment.
Yeah.
Kind of like I don't remember the last time I did a annual physical.
I do one every year. I mean, it's part of your health insurance. It's free once a year. So you basically go in, they check your breathing and ask you if
I haven't done one since I had to for sports.
And then they take my blood and tell me to stop eating lots of fats. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's one of those things I need to do. I haven't done it in a long time.
Shoot, I'm under 210 for the first time in like 2 years, so I'm a happy boy.
I need to get to that point, but it
Shout
seems
out
like
Mr.
every time.
Alex Keller, #OnlyBands.
OnlyBands.
I really need to.
It's OnlyBands, baby.
I need to get to eating better, but it seems like every time I do, I have like events that come up on the weekends where I'm like eating something bad.
But it's so good.
Yeah, but now that football season's over, I can focus more. Like my birthday's coming up this month. So, of course, mom's going to make something for dinner. And then, St. Patrick's Day, you got to have a Reuben sandwich. So, I mean, I feel obligated because my parents make them. My grandparents make them. But, it's this month's going to be that month. One of my buddies is doing really well on a diet. He's doing like the 75-day challenge.
This 75 hard?
Yeah, it's like where you read a book, read a book, work out twice a day. Watch what you eat, don't drink.
You have to read 10 pages a day, 2 45-minute workouts. One has to be outside, and you follow a diet.
I kind of want to try it, see what it's all about, because he's been doing really well on it. I did buy a book, so I do need to start reading the book. It's called The Casual Art of Not Giving a Fuck, which is actually it's a really good book about like being very passive and letting things go.
I borrowed the book Live and Let Die from Jack from True Aim, so it's
nice.
It's a decent read so far. I haven't.
What is it? Live and Let Die?
Yeah, it's about.
Is that the Beatles?
No, it's about the Live tour. It's about the Live tour.
Oh, live as in L-I-V, not live as in like Paul McCartney and Live and Let Die.
It's by the same author that did that Phil Mickelson autobiography.
Full Swing?
Alan Shipmonk or whatever.
Hey, Full Swing's coming back.
I'm ready.
What, 2 weeks?
March 6th.
March 6th. So I got 2 things on my calendar. One, March 1st, Napoleon will be on Apple TV Plus. I've been wanting to see that movie. And
Is that the one with
Netflix-
Joaquin Phoenix?
Joaquin Phoenix? Yeah.
Yeah.
I really want to see that. And then 2 is Full Swing, comes out March 6th. But speaking of Golf Ranch, I've been there a couple times now. I like it. It's a pretty fun little place. I mean, it's very simplistic. It kind of, I mean, it's pretty much Top Golf, but catered more towards golfers. And not,
They don't
If it
get
was-
mad at me for hitting drivers, so that's a plus.
It just doesn't read your driver.
No,
I was going to
that's only
ask
on the-
you.
It doesn't
gonna
allow me
ask
to do
you-
the long drive game because I hit it too far. It wouldn't
Well,
be
I was going to
fair.
ask you, like, so do you go out there afterwards and go pick them all up out of the bounds, or do you just kind of call them casualties?
Nope. No, I'm respectful about it, but you know, me and Brandon specifically asked the Brady at the ranch guy. We
Mhm.
specifically asked him the first day we were there, like, how does he feel about, hitting balls out of bounds? And he said they're actually trying to get rid of because when you hit one over you guys might not know, but when you hit one over the fence,
I've
it
done
pops
it.
up and says, you've hit one out of the boundary, whatever.
Yeah,
When that
I saw
when
it
that
pop in
pops
yours.
up-
I don't know. I personally don't know about it.
but
I did
he,
it a couple times on Friday. I went Friday after work. I got off at like 3:30, went up there and hit before, we had stuff going on Friday night, and I hit a few of them like that, and I was like, that's a little crazy.
We had a decent group out
he
there.
said they're trying to get rid of the boundary.
Yeah.
They're
So
trying to
you
get
don't
rid
have
of the
to worry about
boundary.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about it.
It's I like what they've done. Like, I used to go there all the time when it was Family Golf Park, like way back in the day.
That's
I'm
what
happy
Brand
that-
was talking about when it used to be that.
Yeah, it wasn't bad when it was Family Golf Park. I mean, they had a building and everything. I'm glad to see they
Squirter.
bulldozed that stupid building. And whoa, wait. Hey, wait, hold on, Matt. Say that again.
I said she's a squirter.
That's what she said.
And so we used to go
2024.
there.
That one goes both ways now.
Yes. We went up there. I used to go up there all the time because I used to work actually like off of Valley View Parkway. So I would go there before my shift. I'd go hit like a ton of golf balls and then go to work, or go there after work. And it wasn't bad when it was Family Golf Park because they actually had a full-fledged like practice area. So you could do wedges, you could do putting.
Probably
you
where
could
where the mini golf is now.
No, actually, the wedges and the putting is actually where the bays are on the left-hand side. So, like, if you would have gone probably to the
Gone to
end
the
of
left.
if you go to the end of the bays, that's where you had sand. Like, they had a sand pit you could hit out of. And then when you're walking in and you look to your left and it's like you could tell there was a green there. That's where the putting was. And then behind the mini golf, they actually had a pitch and putt. So they had like a 9-hole pitch and putt course that you could go to. It wasn't worth a shit, but it was pretty fun. I mean, it was a great place to go. I mean, to be honest, it's far better than Longview. Longview's mats are 25 years old.
Yeah.
They're worn down to the damn near the rubber.
I mean, with it being
Mini golf. Is it mini golf or putt putt?
Is there a difference?
There's a big
I say
argument going
putt-putt.
on right now on whether it's mini golf or putt putt.
Yeah, I call it both. I think it's kind of a synonym, I guess you could say. I mean, it goes hand in hand. Like, you tell somebody you're going to play mini golf, you're like, oh, you mean like putt putt? Yeah, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I just wish it wasn't so far away for me.
That's what I'm happy about is that we actually have a driving range close by, because I would go to. I mean, if I'm looking to like legit practice, I'll go down to Creekmore because they have grass and they have chipping areas.
Can you
and putting
imagine
areas.
how much a fucking night range in the middle of the city would make? They make so much
Depends
money.
on where. Depends on where in the middle of the city. I mean,
Like
when
in
you
the
say
middle of
middle of the
Overland Park.
city. Oh, okay. Well, the middle of Overland Park. I thought you meant like the middle of Kansas City. If it's the middle of Kansas
downtown,
City,
where the
not
world's
much.
going to be.
Not much, because there's no parking, which is another ongoing debate.
Yeah.
But anyway, the golf ranch, the mats are great. I really like the mats.
I'm not a big fan of the mats, but I just take driver off of it. So
I am if it's going to be mats only, I'd rather have those mats than what they have at Longview. The only reason I would say I like the Longview mats is because we went before a round at Shamrock on Sunday, and I was able to use my tornado tees in the mats at Longview and hit my driver.
I forgot you got some T-claws.
Yeah, I have some of those. So it's like it was nice to be able to hit my own tees. Golf Ranch needs to just get more variety of tees that you can hit with.
Yeah.
Just because there's only two heights, tiny and mid tiny. So, but it was good. I mean, I went
there.
there.
Not about that low tee life around here.
No,
Speak for yourself.
No. I mean, speaking of which, I mean that's why I went. Is I finally got that TaylorMade. I went with the QI10, and
how's that?
It's been awesome. I love it. Took it out first time on the course was Sunday, and I mean if it wasn't on the fairway, it was just off the fairway, and no slices, no hooks.
There you go.
If anything, it was like a gradual fade instead of a mega slice, so it actually did what it was supposed to do. The thing that kind of scared me was I was in the simulator hitting it, and I was not. I mean, I knew I was sacrificing distance whenever I got it, but it wasn't a tremendous amount. But it was super super spinny in the simulators. But whenever I got out on the course, I was hitting really really well. It was getting really good distance, really good. I mean, it was just really spinny. I don't know if
you're hitting at Golf Galaxy, weren't you?
No, I was hitting at Amp.
Oh, I was gonna say because Golf Galaxy has the TrackMan. TrackMan's terrible. Don't trust that thing.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. It was. I was getting low spin at Golf Galaxy, and I was like,
Well, when I did my fitting out there, it barely even read my swing right.
One thing I need to do is I need to. I have my old hazardous shaft because I think I sold my TSI 4 to my buddy Jason. He played with it on Sunday. He liked it, so he's going to buy it from me. And then I have my old hazardous shaft that I think I want to retip to TaylorMade so that I can try the shaft out, because I mean, I got that extra stiff shaft, but I think towards the bottom of the shaft where you get all your torque, I think that's where all my spin's coming in. I think it's a little too floppy at the
what shaft do you have in your TaylorMade now?
It's it's a 60-gram extra stiff foreign. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I forget the name. I'm a little drowsy. It's the damn it. Starts with an F. I know that. Or no, it's a Diamana.
Diamana.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Diamana. It's an extra stiff, 60 grams. It was what I was hitting really well. Black.
There's a white board, the blue board, and the
I think it's the blue. It's the blue. I know that.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit. So it has a little bit more of a lower kick point, so it's going to be a little bit more spinny.
Yeah, that's why I want to retip the hazardous, because the hazardous I know doesn't.
Just get it to me.
Yeah, I can definitely get it to you.
TaylorMade tip right there.
Yep, I need a. Yep, just
that
the
way
tip.
You can,
I need just the tip, just to see how it feels.
That's what she said.
Just the tip, just to see how it feels.
Well, that way you can take them both to the range and hit them both and see which one you like.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to see if there's a major difference. I will say though, I went to the ranch and I hit I was alternating back and forth. I didn't want to hit like all of them with the driver, but I was aiming between the two white flags out in the back. And I mean, I was hitting them. I was getting pretty consistently either inside of them or just outside of them. So it definitely, drivers. I will tell you, I'm telling you what, man, the new 10Ks are definitely super helpful. And I mean, I didn't sacrifice maybe 5 yards going to that 10K, but for me, it's more about finding fairways. I'd rather find fairways than go too far. But then again, I can always. Why
wouldn't you want to find fairways and hit it really far, like me?
Yeah. Well, we all have to pick our battles. I'm short and fat and have back problems.
Yeah.
So I have to pick my battles.
Speaking of, this is the new gamer until I get another crankhead.
Did you buy a Top Flight?
Yep, Top Flight gamer. Now this is 8-degree dark speed, lofted at 7.2, so I can turn it down to 5.7. with my
Nice.
old gold Fuji in it. Never let me down.
Yep. Well,
So
I will say though,
63 gram. She's money.
I'll have to get you
Because-
that. I'm gonna get you that hazardous shaft. I need that. I'm gonna get that retipped.
Just
I'm still
kidding. This is
I'm
the
still
old
pumped about the
crankhead that
3-wood.
exploded in half.
I'm still pumped about my 3-wood. So
Nice.
Yeah, your 3
And
was
you
real
didn't.
nice.
You didn't get a plane on Sunday. You said because you had
no,
to go.
but we played
No, but his 3
the week before, and Matt redid that 3-wood for me,
Mm-hmm.
and threw in a Tennessee shaft in it, and remember
Just
how
the same
the
shaft
old
he has in
3-wood
his
just
driver.
the old 3-wood I could barely get off the ground or anything, hit it at all.
Mm-hmm.
This one it's actually going up in the air. It's getting
Nice.
distance. It's that shot on that Saturday was what, about 200 over that bunker, Matt?
Yeah.
Where'd you play Saturday?
About-ish.
Did you play Saturday?
Shoal Creek. Not this
you
Saturday,
played-
last Saturday.
last Saturday.
Last week.
How was Shoal?
Fuck. There's a reason we had it ranked where we had it. Put it that way.
It's not good.
Yeah,
$80.
$80.
$80. It was $80.
Range was closed.
Everyone wants to talk shit about where we put it. But
Yeah.
range was
No,
closed.
I didn't.
Range is closed. Cart path only.
They put the flag in the middle of the fairway on 4 because the green was too icy.
Yeah.
All
the bunkers are raked out.
I will say I
No bunkers.
did have my first flag in the middle of a fairway, and it was at Shadow Glen, it was Shadow Glen.
Shadow Glen, damn.
Well, I went and played with a rep from work.
Yeah.
My firewall rep invited me out there. It was amazing. I was like, hey,
It's a great course.
But it was in the middle of the fairway because they are redoing the entire green on that hole, and it's just about done. So they're giving it time. And I was like, the rest of the course is in beautiful condition.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
The rough out there is crazy.
Oh, it's awesome. It was so nice out there. But yeah, I know. I've never. It's to me, Shoal's not worth the drive.
No, it wasn't worth $80 at all
whatsoever.
It was maybe 40.
We were at what was it? We were at Funky Town Saturday night. We went for a friend of ours. He goes once a year, and we went for a couple hours and hung out. And our friend's daughter, her boyfriend shows up, ex-baseball player, and him and his buddy are like, "Oh yeah, man, the best one we played last year was this. What was that one? It was Hillcrest." I'm like, "You guys are idiots, really? You thought Hillcrest was good? Holy shit!" He's like, "Oh yeah, I'd go back there in a heartbeat." I go, "You're not going to be able to go back there because somebody bought it and it's private again. It's going to go private again once they're done fixing it."
Allegedly.
And he's like, "Oh really?" I'm like, "Yeah, you're not going to be able to get close to it. I guarantee it." But no, we went and played Shamrock on Sunday, and other than the fact that it was jam packed with people, I mean, our tee time was 2:16, and we ended
Excelsior
up
was
on,
fucking packed too.
Yeah, we made it through 16 and a half.
Yeah.
We teed off at 2:05 and finished 18, barely.
Yeah,
you barely finished Stone Canyon on Saturday.
Yeah, we did barely finish Stone too.
With the marshal yelling at you.
Yeah, Marshall was yelling at us.
Why was the marshal yelling at you?
Well, we were pulling up. He was following us on 17, and we drove to the tee box on 18, hit our drives. And I hit one, dead center, perfect draw off that right side fairway bunker. And it goes 370. There's 370 right down the pipe. He pulls up to us in the middle of the fairway and goes, "They're yelling at me. I got to get you guys in." And I was like, "You can't watch me hit that drive and then tell me to not hit my approach shot." So then he drove off, and me and Brent hit our wood shots, and then, went and made par.
See, that was what we were
couldn't see
kind of
anything.
worried about at Shamrock, because we ended up, I take that back, it wasn't 16 and a half. We ended up finishing 17. We couldn't finish 18 because the douchebags in front of us were they knew we were pushing daylight, so they just started fucking around. And it was just it was so annoying. The front nine was backed up like crazy. But, I mean, overall, I played extremely well. Like I said, I missed the fairway by just a little bit, or I was on the fairway every time. I was super happy with it.
That's not bad.
I mean, it was wonderful. It felt great. I mean, and to be honest, Shamrock was actually in pretty decent shape for this time of year. It's actually,
Excelsior,
a little higher up there on my list.
And everyone was also talking shit on how high we put Excelsior. I'll tell
Hidden
you what,
gem. Hidden gem.
Dude, best greens year round
Yep.
and even within an hour drive of Kansas City.
Best year round public greens.
Did they have it on the little funky pin locations on Sunday?
Not really, no, but it was like,
okay,
hold.
I'm gonna stop you on the funky pin locations thing because we had this debate Sunday at Shamrock. Shamrock Hills greens are very similar to Excelsior, and before you stop me, in the way that they are sloped, they all slope.
Well, yeah.
And whether the pin's in the front or the back, there's really no good place to land it.
And Excelsior's greens aren't super big either.
No, they're not, and that's like Shamrocks. Shamrocks are all circles, small, slanted. That's it. And it is. I mean, it's hard to, like, I screwed up at Shamrock a few times because I forgot that, it's a sloped green. You're going to have to, and I'd always hit behind it. And I had putts that were, I mean, those greens were, they were hot. I mean, they were really hot. And I had a couple putts that just flew.
Excelsior was just absolutely pure. Dude, those greens didn't have a single blemish on them. Like, they're
always
so
like
nice.
that. They're always like that. They've always been like that. Well,
like, it was 100% worth the, like, I think it was like $60 or something. Like,
that's still not bad.
It's worth it.
Still not bad.
I like Excelsior. I'll pay for that.
Yeah,
every day.
I'll even make the hour and 20-minute drive over there.
Well, that actually, I mean, that kind of leads in because Excelsior is on my list here. It leads into my next topic of discussion because it's tour time, boys. We are getting into March, which means that we are less than 1 month away from the start of the tour season. And as you all know, we all play the APT stuff here in Kansas City. Kind of excited this year. I like what David and Jake's been doing. I like that Jake got David in on the marketing side of things. He's been doing a great job.
He's got that little referral program now with the little business cards.
He's got the what?
He came up with little business cards.
It's a business card with a QR code on it, and you just
I saw
scan
that.
the QR
It's for
code
the
and it takes you to the website
for the referrals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's super cool. I saw that posted because I didn't make it to the golf show at all. You
didn't miss much.
Don't get me wrong. There's some
for-
good stuff there, but the
except for the
majority
best
of it is the majority of the
There's
stuff
only-
you get at the
there's
golf
only
show
one
is
booth
like
that matters.
Well,
like-
technically two.
Yeah, you can't leave out the APT booth.
Yeah.
Like, every time I go, it's always like, here's a bunch of used stuff we couldn't sell. Or do you want to win a trip for 3 people on a Monday through Thursday between the hours of 1 and 5 to golf for free? And
Hey, Matt picked himself up a little golf ball bag. Little Callaway bag like you see on the driving ranges.
It's like the little den bag.
I made so on Saturday I told Abby we were out and about and I was like, hey, let's go to Golf Galaxy because I want to get a new hat. And
had to get a TaylorMade hat.
I go, it shouldn't be that busy because it's, the golf show. People are going to be there. We get there, it's fucking packed. Yeah, I did. You want to know what's funny is when I bought my sim, I bought a TaylorMade hat. When I bought the QI10, I go back to buy a TaylorMade hat. It's the same damn hat and it has a different logo on the side.
Yeah.
Literally the same pattern, the same thing. TaylorMade has got that whole thing on lock right now. I will say, though, TaylorMade's options on hats are very limited. TaylorMade, if you're listening, I really need you to step your shit up. But anyway, so what I wanted to talk about is just give a preview of what we got coming up for the tournament schedules because we got 2 tours here in Kansas City, the Amateurs Players Tour and the Golf Week Tour because I know Matt plays on the Golf Week Tour from time to time, which I'm debating because there's a couple on there I want to go play.
We're trying to decide if we want to do the Kirksville Columbia weekend, or if we want to go to Emporia that weekend.
I'm already doing Kirksville, Columbia. I'll be going
because the Emporia one is the Masters for the golf week. So if you win, you get a green jacket.
Green jacket, gold jacket. Who gives a shit? But yeah, the ones we got going here. We already had 2 of them: the Winterstone and Fred Arbanis. Wonderful Fred Arbanis. But they have, like usual, they always start the season with the Columbia one. I think that's to help out Mid-Mo. Mid-Mo finally posted their stuff up. So Columbia Country Club. Then Iowa has the Kirksville one that's on the 5th. I already signed up for those 2. I'm going to go do both of those again. I liked doing it. So it was a no-brainer. I kind of want to bring my push cart too, so I can go walk it at Kirksville next year. But the season opener, technically season opener down here, is Adams Point on the 28th, which
That'll be a
that should
great
be
one.
good. Adams Point's always a good time. I like Adams Point. They have one for Iowa, Blue Top Ridge, followed by Sycamore Ridge, which that's the interesting one because Sycamore Ridge is actually going to be a Stableford tournament.
That one's going to be fun.
That one's going to be.
It's going to be interesting
for people. It's going to be fun for people who know how to play a Stableford.
Yeah,
but it's going to be very, very difficult for people who don't know how to play a Stableford, and I'm not sure how they're going to do it based beyond. I mean, so like when I do mine every year, we base it on handicap. I mean, if they're going to handicap it, that's going to be really super interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Sycamore Ridge one being a Stableford is going to be a lot of fun. I think it's a good parody. I think they need to start adding more parody into the events, like maybe like put a one-off skins game, something like that, like they did in Scottsdale, or the Stableford's a good one. But as we've been petitioning for years and years, we need to get a damn Ryder Cup going, but that's few and far between. Who knows? But David's Sycamore Ridge, followed by the one we were just talking about, Excelsior Springs. I'll be going back to Excelsior.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I love that one. Excelsior Springs on June 2nd, June 8th, and 9th is actually Annbriar. You guys, I don't know if you guys have been to Annbriar, but
I've never been.
100% worth it.
I'm thinking, I can actually go this year because it's not the same. Well, it's not the same weekend as LaSalle this year, so I can actually go.
Yeah, well, you kind of sound like a robot there, so I'm pretty sure your Wi-Fi is not doing too hot.
I'm not on Wi-Fi because my Wi-Fi sucks. But no,
how does your Wi-Fi suck? You
live in
a
Overland
metropolitan area.
I know, I have Google Fiber. I don't know how it sucks. But no,
that's shocking.
I can actually go to. I'm continuing my journey through the house. But no, I could actually do Annbriar this year because it's not the same weekend as LaSalle. But the other nice thing,
I'm doing Annbriar.
They're doing we're thinking about doing Annbriar because they're doing Annbriar. It's Kirksville Friday, Columbia Saturday, Annbriar Sunday morning. And we're thinking about doing Annbriar Sunday morning, then coming back.
You're going to go to Emporia and then go to Excelsior? Or Emporia and then go to St. Louis?
No, because we're thinking about if we do the Kirksville Columbia, it's Kirksville Friday, Columbia Saturday, then Annbriar on Sunday.
That wouldn't be bad.
Because they're doing the Annbriar.
I'd have to take a Monday off work for that one, though.
I'd have to have a recovery day for sure.
Well, the Annbriar Sunday is a...
Nope, Matt's back to robot mode. Annbriar on Sunday?
The Annbriar that Sunday is a shotgun start. So that's
hopefully it's a 12 gauge. They're a little bit louder than the 20s.
They're doing a shotgun start so that
people
can actually get out early.
Yeah,
so
I would definitely... I would definitely think about doing that. I didn't know that Annbriar was the Sunday after.
Yeah, because we were talking.
Honestly,
I was talking to Bender about it at the St. Louis Golf Show.
If I'm doing Kirksville, I'm probably going to leave early morning on Friday and go up to Kirksville. I don't know if I would stay up in Kirksville again. I'd rather just drive and stay in Columbia one night. Then, followed by Annbriar, you have Stone Canyon, Paradise Point, which is a new one. They haven't done Paradise Point yet.
That'll be a fun one, too.
Paradise Point. I haven't played Paradise Point.
I've only played it once, but it was... Me and Giannis played it, and it was in good condition.
Yep.
And a lot of it, you have the lake all following the whole left side of it, and it was...
And then after Paradise Point, we got Big Cedar Lodge. That's the national one in the 4th of July weekend. I already got my sign up in for that one. I'm actually going to do that this year. Followed by July 15th, Creekmore, which is a Monday. Creekmore is always on a Monday. I'll play Creekmore a lot this year. I actually started looking for houses down at Creekmore. So
there you go.
The dragon has entered the chat.
Yep, unofficial mascot. Yep. Oh, and he's got his toy too, huh? Of course, emotional support.
Everybody's dragon for the people.
Yeah, always. Followed by Creekmore, followed by Shoal Creek, Iron Horse, and I will say my personal favorite, and I'm actually really glad they moved it this year. Mazingo.
Oh yeah.
Mazingo is my favorite tournament to go to every year, and this year it's actually in August, so it's not over Mother's Day, which is always a pain in my ass.
We're gonna have to go eat at that Italian restaurant,
Matt,
Angelino's or
Talking
something.
Angelinos.
I don't know.
Angelinos.
I don't know what it's called.
Talking about I can golly, now I can't remember the name. You made me laugh. A&G. It's A&G.
I was close.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You had the two letters. Just leave the rest.
Exactly.
Yep. And then the local championship, which is at Winterstone. So basically, they started the season, they're ending the season at Winterstone. The elevated events this year, and he's also doing this is for the the elevated events are for the
Patriot Coatings.
Patriot Coatings Cup. So that's
Shout out to Cliff Lee for that, or Cliff Austin. Cliff Lee's a baseball player. Cliff Austin for
if you're listening, unfriend immediately.
He'll be all right. He's got to find somebody to talk trucks to.
No, what does he talk trucks with you, or does he humor you after you called him Cliff Lee?
No,
Emotional damage.
Hey, Cliff Lee made a lot of money, so I don't know why he's upset about that.
Cliff Lee, yeah. But the elevated events this year: Winterstone, Stone Canyon, Mazingo, and Winterstone again. The schedule's the same. The schedule's the same. It's always the same every year, pretty much. Fred Arbanis was new. Excelsior Springs is a rotation between Excelsior Springs and Sunflower, and then Paradise Point is new on the list. So I mean, it's pretty much the same as last year.
David said he's working on expanding tournaments
courses
to like more outside of the metro type courses.
Yep, I mean it'd be
going
good.
like Lawrence, Topeka, like stuff like that.
I mean, if you're going to go to Topeka, you better make it the Bulletproof Vest Cup. All right, and then moving on, we got Golf Week of Kansas Golf Week. They start off, like Matt was talking about, Emporia, Kansas. 2-day, the Masters at Emporia Golf Course. Never been there. Been to Emporia. Not much to talk about there. They got a hotel and a ice cream shop. My old roommate was actually from Emporia, Kansas. He'd go back there all the time. But then after that, they've got on the 15th. This is the one that's really curious to me. Is they got the National. Good for them.
I would take off work just to do that one.
$190. Pretty high for a one-dayer, but it's a chance to play the National. Followed by Excelsior Springs, and then they have another one at the National, but it's at the Deuce, and then. They got two here, but it shows Scottsdale. I think that's Bella Vista, and that's down in Arkansas.
That's the one me and Brandon did last. That's the Ryder Cup we did last year.
Yep. And then the weekend of June 8th and 9th, they got Mazingo Lake Recreational Park. Still one of the best ones in the area, in my opinion. Followed by Mules National. I'm a little upset that Mules National isn't showing up on APT. I love Mules National.
Well, maybe that's one that David can work on to get.
I mean,
that's a
I think they relinquished that to Midmo. Followed by after that, you got the 29th. They got Winterstone, Sycamore Ridge, followed by Swope, Silo Ridge, which I believe isn't Silo Ridge the one in Lenexa, the country club.
No, that's in Platte City.
Silo Ridge is in Platte City.
Yeah,
I thought Silo Ridge was the one that Cliff was a member of out in Lenexa.
No, he's Canyon Farms.
Canyon Farms, that's right. Either way, I think Silo Ridge is actually private too. Followed by a two-day major, Paradise Point, Lake Shawnee, which we all know is private, Quail Ridge. I don't know where Quail Ridge is. I think that's actually like in out in middle of nowhere, Kansas. Followed by Fred Arbanis, Stone Canyon, a 2-day at Drum Farm. That's another one. I actually legitimately like Drum Farm. I think Drum Farm. I mean, other than the fact that there's goose shit all over the golf course.
It's not a bad track.
Drum Farm's good.
Yeah.
No, it's not at all. And then they close it out with a 2-day at Bella Vista, which I think is actually their Ryder Cup weekend, which is in September.
Yep.
But that is, Yep. And then while we're on the subject of that, we'll go back to APT and then we'll go on to our next topic. But one thing that I noticed, I don't know if you guys probably heard it before I did because I wasn't really paying attention. But I was reading through some of the APT rules for this year, and they are enacting a 2% flight lock in all divisions after July. So if you, I'll just read it. Beginning July 9th, 2024, all validated players will be subject to a 2% flight lock in all divisions. The goal is to allow players to continue playing the division they started the season in, provided they stay within 2% variance for their respective division. This will help to avoid the automatic promotion for players who have just barely dipped below their line of their respective division, while still allowing for promotion for players who show that their play requires they move divisions. Thoughts and go.
I'm okay with it. Because then you can keep your season points, all that stuff.
That's the other thing. That's the other thing. Hold on, Ball. I'll go back to that. Here's the other thing. When a member's tournament index qualifies for promotion, the member will automatically be promoted to the higher division upon promotion. The member will earn exemptions into this season's North American Championship and next year's signature majors in their new division. The member will also retain 100% of their points when they move to their new division. So they went from 80 to 100% of your points now.
Not bad.
So whatever you left your division with, you take with you. I'm sorry, Matt. Go ahead. Andrew just really plowed right into the next thing.
I was just gonna say I think it's another good way for people to sandbag about stuff. But with the points thing, it doesn't really matter.
No.
So
no, I don't think. Yeah, but I do
because
like
it's not gonna because it's if you did the 2% player lock without the but still 80% of your points carried over, then there'd be issues because people would just hit that. They'd hit that like promotion level, and then they just
stop.
Probably would purposely they'd purposely not play well, so they wouldn't have to. They wouldn't have to get bumped, and they won't lose their points. But since you still get to keep all your points, then there's no reason to not try and keep playing better.
So here, I didn't read the other part because I didn't read the other part whenever I read that part earlier. When a player's tournament index goes below the division range, but within the flight lock range, the player is eligible to remain in that division unless any of the following are true. The player's USGA handicap is more than 2 strokes below the division line. Division 2, 3.5, Division 3, 8.5, Division 4, 13.5, Division 5, 18.5. So there's one thing. So they're taking your USGA into account now. 2, the players must not be competing on another amateur tour in a more difficult division than their APT division. I'm not sure how they're going to do that.
It's like if you're in Division 3, but you're playing an A flight on Golf Week, they're going to promote you without question.
I get that,
but how are they going to know?
But how are they going to do that? I mean, are they going to be like?
Because if you're playing on Golf Week, they're going to be able to. It's pretty easy to look up what division you're in Golf Week.
Okay, I mean,
if you're playing on another amateur tour, all they have to do is look up your player profile on Golf Week, and it's going to say, "Oh, he's an A flight guy," which is Division 2 for Golf Week. But if you're playing in Division 3 on the APT, they're going to bump you to Division 2.
But do the handicaps match up to what APT is?
Yeah, it's all about the same.
I mean, but if you take a look at say their A flight cutoff is a 5. But where Division 2 here is a 3-4. So are they going to take that into account? I'm just raising questions.
I don't think that really matters, to be completely honest.
By the way,
you're still playing that level of golf.
They took a page out of Premier League Soccer, which, by the way, I've become a fan of lately. They no longer call division movement demotion; it's called relegation. You are now relegated to another division.
You suck.
The third thing is the player must not have been relegated within the last 12 months. So those are your 3 things that I saw. Other than that, I mean, what's up?
So Rosenbaum
He's not
would
playing.
be screwed.
He's
Well,
not
I know
playing.
because he's a heart of a lion guy now.
He is. Yep. Which leads me to the next discussion. We have a new tour on the block, the Heart of a Lion tour. It was born out of Iowa. They have two divisions here in the area. One is a Kansas City, and then the other is a whatchamacallit, Mid-Mo, which I haven't looked at their schedule, so I have no idea where they are, what they've been doing. All I know is the stuff that I've seen and the stuff people have sent me, that one of their sponsors is now a strip club out of Myrtle Beach.
And you get free steaks and midget tossing.
Free steaks, and on St. Patrick's Day you get VIP treatment. Midget tossing. Personally, I don't think it's to me, it's not a good look. Like,
no.
I get it. Golfers are degenerate gamblers that have alcohol addictions and love strip clubs. But,
when he supposedly got John Daly to do the first tee stuff, the first tee announcements at his Myrtle Major, that had his first tournament in Myrtle had 7 people at it.
I didn't even look. I mean, I'm to a point in
yeah, I just laugh about it now.
I'm to a point in this day and age, and I'm sure everybody's just like me. It's like, unless there's video or a photo, it didn't happen.
Yep.
I mean, I can take people's word of mouth, but it's to me, it's like you could say this all day long, but again, you have 7 people show up. I mean, I get it. You're starting a tour, but you've got,
I think he had like 16 at the next one.
You have APT, which they hit lightning in a bottle when they started, and the thing is their tour wasn't started out of spite. It was started because they just thought they could do it better, and they did do it better. To an extent, I guess. But they expanded and they blew up like crazy. I mean, there's chapters all over the United States. They're getting
we can go play where we want
amazing. I mean, you remember our first year? Remember when Kansas City was like one of the first chapters other than St. Louis? And I mean, even in its first year, they had a ton of people playing. I mean, granted, we could get into every single event. We didn't have to worry about it selling out. The next year you had to get in when you could, because they would sell out quick. And then it got even worse when they did the deposit system. But I just don't. I don't see myself playing it. I'll stick with APT. I'll go to Golf Week. That's just me. I don't know. I mean, I think US Am Tour was here too, and they walked out because they didn't get enough people. I think people, once APT started up, they jumped ship. So, but their handicap system,
well,
I'm not sure.
The US Am Tour is huge, not in the Midwest.
Yeah, absolutely. It tried.
It's where you can play year round. Where you can play year round is where it's big.
Yeah, like everywhere else, the US Am Tour is fucking like it's a huge deal, but it's just in the Midwest. It just never.
Well, our first year when we were at Falcon Lakes, remember when their driving range was under construction? He sent us down to Dubs Dread.
Yeah,
he sent us to Dubs, and Dubs
was having an event that day too.
Dubs had the Am Tour there, but they only had 7 or 8 people, and that was their last year. Like they packed up and left, which, I mean, they were losing reputation and losing money.
Yeah,
that's you hold those events, and if you have like 5 people show up and you literally reserved 25 to 30 tee times for your event, or not even that, maybe, I guess, like maybe 15 to 20 tee times for your event, and then you wasted all of them, the course isn't going to want to work with you again, because they're like, well, you didn't have that last time.
They're also not going to work with you. Tossing midgets and bringing the strippers out too.
Yeah, midget tossing, strippers, stripper steakhouse.
Oh, I got the midget on hole in one on hole 3. Here you go. Yeah. He fit right in.
The other thing is, I don't know. I was reading about it because Ryan had sent me some stuff on it, and I don't know how their handicap system is going to work with the stroke back thing. That just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, and it's also going to drive blue tee's fucking insane. It's not going to be able to. It's going to be a huge pain in the ass with the blue tee system.
Well, I mean, it's not. But how are they going to do that though? I mean, are you going to adjust? Are you going to adjust people's handicaps accordingly, or what? Like that doesn't. That's what doesn't make sense to me.
But the blue tee system is not set up to do what they want to do division wise.
No, it's
so
not.
It's just. I'm not gonna say a whole lot about it because we all know how I feel about the person who runs it. So
yeah. Well, either way,
Either way, we're sticking where we are.
Yeah, we're happy. We're happy. Given that though, we're gonna move on to our final segment here to kind of close out the episode, and that is with what I'm gonna start calling our Festivus segment, which will be the airing of the grievances. And I think personally, I'm going to start ending every show with the airing of the grievances, because golf related grievances. We're not going to go into your boss at work sucks.
I got 3 of them.
But fire away, Matt. Airing of the grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people, and you're going to hear about it.
It makes for good content, but the 5.5 Aerojet head blew up on the range this week.
The what?
My 5.5
Aerojet
head, the long drive head.
Okay.
Blew up on the range this week.
And also, it's starting to blow up on TikTok too. So.
But what's the grievance?
My 2-iron.
But what's the grievance? That's just complaining. Oh, I guess it is complaining. Isn't it?
Yeah, he broke 2
that
clothes.
Just means you got your use out of it. I mean, you're not exactly
I'm sure those kids. I'm sure those kids down a few bays from us at the end were wondering what the fuck you were doing.
Probably. Well, and then,
it was after 9 o'clock, and he just kept swinging.
Well, there's like 8 or 9 other people there still hitting balls too.
Yeah.
But my 2-iron, same night, also broke.
Oh no, you get to buy more clubs.
No, I just have to
steroids.
And then on the 3rd hole at Excelsior Springs, my driver cracked. The crank decided to blow out the bottom.
You're just love blowing it out the bottom, don't you?
So, yeah, love blowing it out.
That's what she said.
So,
that's what she said.
Now I'm stuck with one of these other options over here. I don't know what I'm getting. I don't have any other drivers to hit. I don't know what I'm going to do. But
you don't know what you're going to do?
No.
I think you're going to probably buy another driver. I know what you're going to do. I mean, it's pretty predictable.
Well, I'm trading my Paradigm 8-degree head for Mike's 7.5-degree crank head. So.
Oh,
there you go. Problem solved.
How about you, Andrew? Any airing of the grievances?
Oh, we kind of touched on it with Shoal Creek, but just if your course isn't 100%, don't make us pay the 100% price.
Maybe they should have. You know what? I think locally they should have a committee of people, certified PGA people, that go through every course and rate what it should be priced. That way we don't get scammed. Like
maybe we can. I mean, Cliff does all that stupid free golf course stuff. Maybe he knows somebody.
There you go. My grievance. I don't know if it's a grievance or an annoyance, but you know what annoys the ever living shit out of me is when people feel like every month or every day they have to post online of, hey, any scramble tournaments this weekend, because they can't have fucking Google to get out and look at each golf course. It's not hard. You literally go to each golf course and look at their events page and they have it listed.
Or taking a selfie taking a selfie at the course every single time and posting it.
Nah, I don't have a problem with that. That just kind of rolls off my back. That's why I got the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Yeah.
Just try to work on those things. But like, it's the people that post up. I mean, and my grievances with social media in general is like, I hate people with slow-mo videos. I'm not watching your 20 to 30 second swing video. Like you start the slow-mo, like as you're approaching the ball, I'm not watching it. Like it's not happening.
But you got to start it like as your backswing starts.
Yeah, exactly.
See, like, the way I did your video was perfect.
If it's more than 10 seconds of slow mo, you've done it wrong. That's it. I'm sorry, you've done it wrong, and I'm not watching.
It's nice on match video. You see the sparks fly off.
But the thing is to post up about any scramble tournaments, like half the time they're always posted online. Like people, golf courses, they post them up constantly.
Go to that.
The flyers.
Go to that Facebook page for them.
Fuck, I signed up for one at Winterstone on my birthday. Got one on the 16th on my birthday, and I put my name in for it. I don't know if I'll get it, but March I put my 16th? Name in for it. Yeah.
We're playing one at Swope on the 17th.
What's at Swope on the 17th?
Scramble.
Oh, of course there is. But yeah, I put in for one, but it's like all I did was go to the website.
People asking on the golf page, there's 2 right there.
There you go. Exactly.
Problem solved.
If you're listening, my guess is they don't know how to find us because they don't know how fucking Google works or a fucking internet browser. To go to each course and look up the flyers that they post. All of them are posted online. That's how you solve this grievance. All of them are posted online on each of the courses. If not, all you have to do is go to said golf course when you're playing around, go up to the urinal, take a piss, and look straight up. They're usually posted right above the urinal too.
More times than one.
Yeah. But anyway, that's all I got, gentlemen. It was a good night. Good talk.
Oh yeah.
Matt got his clubs regripped. And we got it all taken care of, even though he's all blurry. And now he's playing with his glove, of course.
Got the new glove. It actually feels pretty good.
Wait a minute. Wait.
There's no strap.
Matt, what was your first grievance again? There's no strap.
No.
The 5.
What happened?
No, there's no.
What was your first? What was your first grievance again?
The 5.5 Aerojet head blew up.
What was the second grievance? Your 2-iron broke? Was your 2-iron?
2-iron.
2-iron broke the same night.
I totally forgot I uploaded this, and I need to redo this.
And the crankhead blew out the bottom.
Emotional damage.
Yep. So that's where we're going to end it. Everybody, have a wonderful rest of your evening. He's got his one glove on. Look at that.
Well, Michael Jackson.
Put a little sequins on that. You get on Amazon, get some sequins, put it on there. Make it look all nice and
just don't go find little kids.
Yeah, we're going to end on that. Thanks, Andrew. Bye.